It's never easy to take a stand. Taking on and challenging the powers that be is a task for the truly brave of heart. India's top wrestlers are facing that challenge today. Now, no one is suggesting that their version or their accusations be taken at face value as a carte blanche without an investigation. But in the last 72 hours, these Olympians and champions who we've all cheered on have been accused of pushing a political agenda, of flat out lying, of professional greed. Their credibility has been put on the line. Those who are making these accusations against Vinesh Fogart, Bajrang Punia, Sakshi Malik and many others and saying why they're speaking out are unable to explain why such decorated athletes would risk everything to make these accusations. So here's what's happening on day 3. Wrestlers are continuing their protests in Jantar Mantar. They've met the sports minister again. In fact, that meeting, one of those meetings is going on even as we speak. Wrestlers have written to the Indian Olympic Association as well. That has taken cognizance and formed a 7-member committee now to look into the allegations. Meanwhile, the man at the eye of the storm and who's been accused of wrongdoing, WFI President Brij Bhushan Singh, alleges politics. He's refusing to step down. He's brazening it out. Olympian Vijender Singh and other top sports stars have also joined the protests to help out and support the wrestlers today. Let me first go across now to my colleague Karishma, who's joining us with the latest. She's been tracking the story for the last 3 days. Karishma, as we understand, that sports ministry meeting is on. Meanwhile, the Indian Olympics Association has joined in and formed a 7-member committee. I want to understand what is the locus of the IOA in this. It's a complaint against the federation which comes under the sports ministry. I know the wrestlers have written to the Indian Olympian Association, but what's their locus and what are the powers that this 7-member committee will have?
Well, Tamanna, the 7-member committee, of course, is going to speak to the wrestlers who have a official complaint to the Indian Olympic Association. Now, the committee has been specifically made to look into the allegation of sexual exploitation. So, of course, this 7-member committee is going to speak to Sakshi Malik or Vinesh Fogart because they have signed the letter that has been sent to the IOA. The IOA is, of course, going to ask them for names. The IOA is going to ask them to provide them with proof and to substantiate their claims of sexual exploitation by Brij Bhushan Sharan. Now, this is going to be done in a time-bound manner, and this is what the sports minister Anurag Thakur is also going to be explaining to the wrestlers, that this particular committee that has been formed is fulfillment of their demand that had been made by the wrestlers in its letter to the Indian Olympic Association. And once again, the sports ministry is going to ask the wrestlers to reconsider sitting at Jantar Mantar and not do the protest like how they've been doing for the last 3 days. So all eyes at Anurag Thakur's residence when the wrestlers leave from there, whether they're going to be satisfied or not. But this IOA committee, in a time-bound manner, is going to investigate the claims of sexual exploitation. And very importantly, Tamanna, there is a line in that statement which says that the IOA will not get carried away by the media trial. So what is the IOA trying to say there? That we shouldn't ask for the resignation of Mr. Brij Bhushan Sharan on grounds of sexual exploitation allegations. What was the point of adding that line of media trial in that statement? That is something that the IOA will have to answer, because the media is only portraying both the sides, what the WFI is saying, what the sport is saying, and what the wrestlers are saying.
Yeah, that's a very crucial point, Karishma, that the IOA is trying to distance himself. You know, in fact, even what you have reported on Mirror Now through sources on what the sports ministry is asking these wrestlers, and it seems to be a bit confrontational, where the sports ministry is saying, you know, prove your allegations. Who are these people? Sakshi Malik, you're on the POSH committee. Why didn't you do anything so far? Can you elaborate on what stance the sports ministry seems to be taking?
Well, yes, Tamanna, absolutely. See, the thing is, what sports ministry is trying to ask the wrestlers, or rather explain to them, is that if they are to take any action against the Wrestling Federation of India, or if they are to fulfill of disbandment of WFI, then they need some ground that at the of the rest proof, and that is why they have asked. But girls, Vinesh
I'm
Fogart has
losing
said
your
that.
line there. Karishma, I'm losing your line. We're going to try and get them to fix it and get back to you. But Karishma there with all the latest, and essentially what she's reporting is that, yes, these Olympians must face questions on their allegations. No one's saying you have to take it as, the complete truth without asking what you've been doing. But for example, the question on why did Sakshi Malik do nothing on the POSH committee? The whole composition of that POSH committee is against the rules and against the law. There have to be a majority of women on any sexual harassment committee. The chairperson has to be a woman. So what was happening there? I'm going to take this further. I have with me Vijay Lokapalli, editorial consultant, sports star. Vikram Yadav, a wrestler, is with me today. I'm going to speak with Jagmati Sangwan, former volleyball player as well. Welcome to all of you, and thank you so much for speaking with us. Mr. Lokapalli, let me begin by, getting your take. You have been a veteran journalist looking at, sports for so many years. Have you seen anything like this? This level of protest and speaking out from this caliber of athletes? And now having to
Not
face,
really. I mean,
aspersions on their motives.
well, this is unprecedented, and I would say it's a very courageous step these wrestlers have taken, because they know what lies ahead. They will have to keep proving. I mean, just see now the onus is on them to prove that there was these sexual exploitation things, and at some point you will have to take a legal course, because whichever party loses, it will go to court, and it's going to be a long drawn battle. It's not going to be decided in a hurry, because of the fact that these allegations are very serious. This is a matter which cannot be just brushed aside. And remember, these are all celebrated athletes. Sakshi Malik, who pulled off a bronze in a stunning manner at the Olympics, and Vinesh is a very celebrated wrestler. Look at Ravi Dahiya and Bajrang Punia. I mean, they know what they are doing, and they will gather support in the times to come. But you will have to also listen to what the president of WFI has to say, because Brij Bhushan has been there for almost a decade now, at the helm of affairs in wrestling. So the onus is definitely now on the committee which IOA has formed. IOA, I expected them to do this because it's headed by PT Usha. She has they've taken a very, very quick step to form a committee, and of course the federation also will be under pressure now to come out clean, because in the past, Tamanna, there have been many cases which did not get the kind of mileage today's protest is getting, because they have come to the site from where many protests have been made at the Jantar Mantar.
No, and because of the caliber of the people speaking, they've already reached their pinnacle. They have more to lose than to gain. You have to see the courage it takes to speak out for someone else who doesn't have that kind of platform. Reports are suggesting that Vinesh Fogart took this step after she got complaints from younger female athletes saying we want to give up the sport if this continues. She's standing up for them. She needn't have. She could have gone on with her life. I want to play out some of the sound bites which came in today, including from the WFI president, who is saying he will not step down. Listen in.
आप लोगों को बता दूं, ना तो इसमें कोई राजनीति है, ना हम किसी राजनीति आदमी को यहाँ पे बुलाना चाहते हैं, ना कोई भी आएगा। हाथ जोड़ के रिक्वेस्ट है, वो हमारे ऊपर स्टेज पे ना आए, क्योंकि ये लड़ाई हम खिलाड़ियों की है, और लड़ाई गवर्नमेंट से या सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से राज्य गवर्नमेंट से किसी से नहीं है। हमारी लड़ाई सिर्फ फेडरेशन से है। जो अन्याय खिलाड़ियों के ऊपर हो रहा है वो हम सहन नहीं करेंगे। हमारे खिलाड़ियों ने जो आवाज उठाई है हम उसको ऐसे ही उठाते रहेंगे अगर कुछ गलत होगा तो।
इतना सब होने के बाद वो चुप ही नहीं हो रहे हैं। वो मुंह खोलने के सुना नहीं हो जाएगी। हम मुंह खोल रहे तो कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है। वो कौन सा मुंह खोलना चाहते हैं? मैं तो चाहती हूँ कि सुनाम में क्या कुछ काम आ जाए। ये हिंदुस्तान के शेर हैं, हिंदुस्तान के पहलवान हैं, ये लेंगे। सिर्फ रेसलिंग की बात होती है तो ये क्या पता 1 घंटे की मीटिंग में सब सॉल्व हो जाता है। ये लड़कियों का मामला है, बहुत बड़ी बात है। एक लड़की का मामला नहीं है, बहुत सारी लड़कियों का मामला है। हम ऐसे ओपनली एक को डिस्क्लोज करेंगे, उनकी लाइफ को भी डेंजर है, उनकी फैमिली को भी डेंजर है। बहुत बड़ी बात है ये।
देखिए, मैं इस समय नेशनल ओपन नेशनल शुरू हो रहा है नंदिनी नगर के अंदर। मैं अपने घर से निकला हूं वहां की व्यवस्था के लिए। इसके अलावा मेरे पास कोई ना भी सवाल है ना कोई जवाब है। शाम को प्रेस करेंगे।
इस्तीफा देंगे, इस्तीफा दबाव चल रहा है।
मैं सबको अलग अलग नहीं दे सकता। अभी मैं जब प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करूंगा तो सबको बोलूंगा और आप लोग भी टहलेंगे घूमेंगे। हरियाणा के कम से कम 300 खिलाड़ी पहुँच चुके हैं, आप उनका बयान लीजिए और खिलाड़ियों का बयान लीजिए, फिर शाम को।
So this press conference that Brij Bhushan speaks about never took place. This soundbite from him was earlier in the day, and at least till now there has been no press conference. Vikram Yadav also with us, as is Jagmati Sangwan. She's a former volleyball player. Vikram Yadav is a wrestler. Vikram Yadav ji, शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए। आज आप जब देख रहे हैं कि और रेसलर और खिलाड़ी इस तरह से बैठे हैं जंतर मंतर पे, उन पर सवाल उठाए जा रहे हैं कि आप ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं, क्या ये राजनीति है, आप खुद फेडरेशन में आना चाहते हैं वगैरह वगैरह, आपको क्या लगता है? और आपने कई सारे महिला रेसलर के साथ भी काम किया होगा, क्या इस तरह की जो वो कह रहे हैं चीज़ें होती है, ये आपने भी सुना है? आपको इसके बारे में कुछ पता है?
जी, जो इल्जाम लगाया वो सही है बिल्कुल, और इन्हें जल्द से जल्द इंसाफ मिलना चाहिए। अगर ये अपने लिए लड़ते रहेंगे तो देश के लिए क्या लड़ेंगे? इनको जल्द से जल्द अपनी प्रैक्टिस छोड़ के ये लड़ रहे हैं, उनको जल्द से जल्द इनकी सुनवाई की जाए।
नहीं, आप जब कह रहे हैं इल्जाम सही, आप ये किस बिना पर कह रहे हैं? क्यों कह रहे हैं ये इल्जाम सही है?
ये अपने अपने खिलाड़ी प्रैक्टिस छोड़ के बैठे हैं, इनको इंसाफ जल्दी मिलना चाहिए, जल्द।
नहीं, वो तो ठीक है विक्रम यादव जी, लेकिन आप खुद एक रेसलर है, खिलाड़ी है, आप भी ऐसे कैंप में जाते हैं, आपने भी महिला रेसलर से बात की होगी। क्या ऐसी चीजें आपने सुनी है पहले कि ऐसे होता है?
सुनवाई में आई है मेरे, होता आया है, पहले से भी हो रहा है। अब लेकिन आवाज उठी है तो इसका मतलब उठती रहेगी हमेशा के लिए।
नहीं, बिल्कुल, क्योंकि ये बहुत ही एक गट्स की बात है कि आप आके ऐसे बोलते हो, इसलिए आप इस पर आप किसी का नाम ना लीजिए, लेकिन किस तरह की बातें सामने आई हैं, क्योंकि आप इस फील्ड में रहे हैं, हम बाहर से देख रहे हैं, हम आपसे जानना चाहते हैं कि इसमें होता क्या है और किस तरह की बातें आपने सुनी है, महिलाएं क्या क्या जूझती है इसमें?
ये कई बात उठ के आई हैं और क्या बताएं आपको, बहुत सारी बातें हैं। ठीक है, ये बहुत कई
आप संकोच कर रहे हैं विक्रम यादव जी? अच्छा, कोई बात नहीं, आपकी बात हम समझ गए कि आप इनको बैक करते हैं और आपने भी ऐसा सुना है। I've got Jagmati Sangwan with me. She's a former volleyball player and has been very vocal on what is happening right now in the sport. Ms. Sangwan, you know, the fact that all of these wrestlers are coming out, and of course they have a whole host of complaints, but they're also asking for a systemic change. It just seems incredulous that in this day and age, you have female athletes who still have to go through this harassment.
You see, there are three major areas of complaint. First of all, the money which they get for their prizes, that is not being given to these players at right time, and when they need it, they are not able to use that for their training and other needs. And second, there have been sexual assaults on female wrestlers, those who are coming up, those who are from weaker humble family background, they are being exploited at the level of this WFI, the coaches appointed by them and the other officials. And the third area of complaint is that wrestlers have been slapped by the president himself on the mat while they are playing out there. He has slapped them, and videos have been going on different channels also of this act. and the person accused
सांगवान जी वो कह रहे हैं कि हाँ उन्होंने स्लैप किया है, बट यहाँ पर एक्यूजेशन है सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट का, और कोचेस के खिलाफ भी है, औरों के खिलाफ भी है। एक सिस्टेमिक खराबी नजर आ रही है जो वो कह रहे हैं उसके मुताबिक। There seems to be a deeper problem. आज वो कह रहे हैं आप WFI ही बंद कर दो।
जो प्रॉब्लम जो है वो बिल्कुल बहुत डीपर है। अंडर बैली ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स जो है वो जितने खिलाड़ियों के सपने साकार हो रहे हैं उससे कई गुना खिलाड़ियों के सपने टूट रहे हैं, क्योंकि जिस तरह से फेडरेशंस को रन किया जा रहा है कोई डेमोक्रेटिक फंक्शनिंग नहीं है वहां पे किसी तरह की अकाउंटेबिलिटी नहीं है, किसी की कोई ट्रांसपेरेंसी नहीं है उनके वर्किंग स्टाइल के अंदर। तो ये जो एक तरह का खेलों का जो क्षेत्र जो है ये आज तक कभी उस तरह से स्क्रीनिंग में आया नहीं है, और इसकी वजह से बहुत सारी महिला जो खिलाड़ी हैं वो अलग अलग लेवल पे निराश होके खेल छोड़ने को भी मजबूर हुई है, और बहुत तरह का उन्होंने बर्दाश्त भी किया है। तो ये जो इस तरह का इनकी जो जिस तरह से रन किया जा रहा है फेडरेशंस को, एसोसिएशंस को, वो टोटल ओवरहॉलिंग की जरूरत है इस पूरे सिस्टम की एक तरह से, और वो तब होगी जब यहीं से शुरू किया जाए कि जो लड़कियां सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट की कंप्लेंट के लिए आगे भी आ रही हैं और जो ये कह रही है कि हम जब एप्रोप्रिएट टाइम होगा तो हर तरह के प्रूफ भी देंगे, तो एकदम से ऐसा वातावरण उनको मिलना चाहिए ताकि वो भरोसा करके और अपने जो भी उनकी कंप्लेंट्स हैं वो बिना किसी संकोच के, बिना किसी झिझक के वो रख सके। और वो भरोसा पैदा करने के लिए, सिस्टम में भरोसा पैदा करने के लिए ये जरूरी है कि जो वर्तमान अध्यक्ष हैं वो उनको उस पद से हटाया जाए, और जो कमेटी भी जो गठित की गई है अभी, मुझे ये लगता है कि वो कमेटी भी तभी किसी तरह का न्याय के प्रति भरोसा जगा पाएगी उनके अंदर कि जब तक ये आदमी जो है ये इन्फ्लुएंस अपॉन करने के लिए वहां
No, but is it about one person? Is it about one person, one rotten apple? Dharmendra Yadav is with us. He's a former boxer. 1 minute, ma'am. Let me just get his point of view as well. Dharmendra Yadav ji, when you're
WFI.
No, the president has to be held culpable if the system is wrong. The buck has to stop with him.
Yes.
But this seems to be a deeper malaise in Indian sports.
But from where you will start, somewhere you have to start, and the president itself has to be accountable, and he would have to be removed. If you want a transparent and just full investigation, then you need this is the minimum.
Yeah, he's refusing to quit today. He's going on as business as usual. Dharmendra Singh Yadav, welcome to the conversation. What is your view on what we're seeing? It's been 3 days. These athletes are refusing to stop the protests, and the focus of the sports ministry seems to be कि पहले इनका protest बंद करवाइए, because you know it's becoming top headline. First, let's stop the shouting and then figure a solution. क्या आपको लगता है इन्हें न्याय मिलेगा?
जो भी ये प्रोग्राम, मतलब जो ये हुआ मसला सारा, ये बड़ा गलत हुआ वैसे। और दूसरा खिलाड़ी वुमेन्स से पहली बार केस हुआ है, लेकिन फिर भी अब जो ये खिलाड़ी हैं इनका एक स्तर है, इनके देश की एक नाक है, और सब मतलब ओलंपिक स्तर के खिलाड़ी हैं, वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप मेडलिस्ट हैं, तो ऐसा बोल रहे हैं। लेकिन मेरा तो एक सिंपल सी बात मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ, सब ने अपने अपने व्यूज दिए, अच्छे व्यूज दिए, सबकी अपनी अपनी मेंटेलिटी, सबकी अपनी अपनी सोच के हिसाब से सबने बोला है। सीधी सी बात है, दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी आ जाएगा। जांच होनी चाहिए निष्पक्ष।
नहीं, वो तो जांच अब आईओए की हो ही रही है, लेकिन जांच चलते हुए why should the WFI president remain in his position? That's the question. Vijay Lokapalli, you know, are you seeing an attempt right now from the powers that be to actually find a solution to address these concerns, or to quieten it all down? Because the first instinct of those in authority is to first make the problem go away. instead of
ये तो
solving it.
आईओ
Tamanna, they will have to.
No, Vijay Lokapalli ke liye sawal. Yes. Yes.
Tamanna, they will have to adopt a very, very organized way of tackling the problem, right? You can't just dismiss the federation president because he has been elected. He is not. He has not picked himself to be the president of the federation. One, two. These camps would have all happened at the Sports Authority of India centers, right? So the in charge at the centers, they would be called and asked, because this obviously is because of the camps being all held at Lucknow. And the wrestlers have always opposed. They are not very interested in having these camps at Lucknow. They would be happy as maybe Bangalore or maybe Rohtak, wherever. So the crux of the matter is that it is between these wrestlers and the federation president, because he is not allowing them to the freedom. He insists that they don't want to go through trials. They don't want to, attend camps. Whereas the wrestlers say the camps YR is held at Lucknow. So it is, you will have to wait till you get reports from the camps. The stadia, the center in charge will also give her views on whatever has happened at these camps. And these are all camps held under the guidance of the SAI. So they will have to, you can't just dismiss the president like that. There will have to be an inquiry, because tomorrow
Yes,
they can take a legal course.
No, Mr. Lokapalli, but one minute. What you are describing is seems to be like an administrative tussle. Whether, they should have camps, they should not have camps. These are sexual harassment charges. They are in a very different purview. And I'm fairly sure the rules while electing the president would have all of these caveats that he cannot continue if some of these rules are flouted. I mean, these are criminal offenses.
Fair enough. But you will have to still prove it now. There have been allegations. Now it is for the ministry and IOA. They will have to counsel or force or tell the president to step aside till the inquiry is continued. Because if you remember, allegations were made against Sandeep Singh, the Haryana sports minister. So he left office. He said he will not continue till the inquiry is over.
Exactly.
That is the right way.
That's the right thing to do on moral grounds. On moral grounds, this person should step down and say that once I have been proven innocent, if he's so sure, I will come back.
Yes, I want to come in.
Yes.
I want to come in on this point. The Haryana
Yes.
sports minister, he has not been removed from the cabinet. Yes, his sports portfolio has been withdrawn, but at the same time, he continues to be president of Haryana Olympic Association, and he continues on the cabinet. He committed this crime from the position of power, and he still holds the power with him to influence upon the whole investigation process. So he has not been removed in that way, and as long as these accused persons are not removed from the power of position of power, there can be no fair investigation.
That is the basics. That is the basics. We hope there is a clarity after the sports ministry meeting which is going on. We will be tracking it, but I will have to take a break here. I've absolutely run out of time. Thank you so much to all of you.